This adventure starts off on one rainy Saturday Manila morning. We were flying out of Manila via Philippine Airlines on the way to a 10-day conference and travel trip in Singapore and Kuala Lumpur. And of course, every morning trip carries with a Team de Armas mandatory, a good cup of coffee. Needless to say, this trip was quite a surreal experience for us, and we will tell you why at the end of this series. So, we hope that you join us for the ride, and if you have not yet, please take this moment to like and subscribe. Every form of support, we greatly appreciate. And Mon.
We're from Team de Armas.
And we're here in one of our most favorite places in the world.
The Lion City.
City within the garden.
And most of all, the most important, the home of chicken rice, Singapore. So we took the Philippine Airlines coming in here, and the flight from Manila took about 3.5 to 4 hours. And it wasn't quite as smooth as we had thought it would be. In fact,
No, it wasn't.
in fact, he didn't really have a very good experience. He forgot to drink his medicine, and
Unfortunately, my stomach turned upside down in the middle of the flight because of the constant turbulence, and I can't blame the pilot because he did say that it was going to be a cloudy path. So I guess you guys know what happened.
he did a number in the toilet.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was very cloudy, but all is well. I think the food that was served was fantastic. So thank you for that, for Pal. This is not sponsored, by the way. Maybe next time you can do that. Upon arrival here in Singapore, there are some things that you need to do, which is
First, you need to be able to fill up your Singapore arrival card.
the Singapore arrival card will allow you to just go through their automated system where you scan your own passport. You don't have to go through the manual counter. And if everything turns out to be well, you can be in and out from the immigration area within a minute.
That's
very
right.
quick.
That's right. In case you're wondering, you can simply search it on the internet, or if you were not able to prepare that, don't worry, when you get here, there's enough signs. You can scan the QR code that's in the airport, and it will lead you to fill up your Singapore arrival card when you get here.
Another thing that you have to consider when coming in here is that Singapore actually is very advanced, so you can actually use your card at any place here. You can buy anything using your card. Although with us, we prefer to go to the hawker center, so that's part of our itinerary. So when we arrived here at Singapore, we actually changed dollars into Singaporean dollars.
And also, another very important tip when you get to Singapore, especially for us who will be here for like around 3 to 4 days, is that we are going to be heading over to where the MRT is, and we're going to be getting a Singapore Tourist Pass. The Singapore Tourist Pass basically is the best value for tourists who will be staying in Singapore for at the most 3 days. You know, if you go above and beyond 3 days, you can probably get the EasyLink card already, and that will be more economical for you. The Singapore Tourist Pass allows you to get a refund of $10 at the end of the 3-day period by which you deposited for your card.
And traveling by train here in Singapore is super convenient because it's going to drop you off to your most favorite malls. There's a lot of malls in Singapore, so make sure to try that. You can also use that for the bus.
That's right. That's right. Public transportation.
Public transportation. So it's a good convenient way for you to travel around.
That's right.
So when you're in Singapore, you cannot miss going into the Jewel Airport. That's Terminal 4, if I'm not mistaken. This is the newest airport in Singapore, and in itself, it's already a world-class destination and tourist attraction. And later you'll see in this video, there are a lot of things that you can do in here and have fun. In fact, even the tourists or even the locals in here in Singapore can actually visit this even if they're not going anywhere and using the airport because it's actually a mall.
That's right. You know, today is actually a Saturday. We're here this month of September. The F1 just finished. So we can see right now, even though it's a weekend, it's a Saturday, this place is packed.
Yeah.
It's a big mall slash airport mall, by the way. but it is just packed. There's a lot of people here, a lot of locals, and just enjoying the shops that the Jewel or the Changi has to offer. And I tell you, if I were a local, I'd probably be here as well on a Saturday.
Every weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's very beautiful, especially the vortex later, which we will be able to show you. With 135,000 square meters, the Jewel at Changi houses over 300 retail and dining outlets and also features leisure attractions and airport facilities for its wide range of visitors. It houses the world's tallest indoor waterfall, the Rain Vortex, which is high as 7 stories tall and is a must-visit when in Singapore.
So on our first day here at Singapore, we decided to stop by the Jewel Changi Airport. I tell you, this place is really a must-go-to. A lot of things are happening here right now. It's a Saturday, it's a weekend, and there's so many people in here. There's so many families in here because there's so much to do at the Jewel Changi Airport. There's a lot of places to shop from, there's a lot of places to dine in, and there's a lot of things that you can see when you decide to bring your entire family.
So when you arrive here in Singapore, why don't you do what we did? And that is, upon landing, upon arriving in Singapore, we just simply took the time to check out what's in Jewel Changi because there's just really so much to check out. A lot of things happening here, a lot of people, a lot of activities, and also, for most of you, a lot of places for you to just take some photos for your IG feed.
Yeah. What's nice about here at Changi as well is that you can see so many stores from across the globe, of course, global brands, but aside from that, there's also a lot of local stores that you can find inside. So here we actually stayed at the Sour Bomb. It's an artisanal bakery and they sell wonderful donuts with flavors that are out of this world and calories to boot to add to your hips as well.
You're gonna do a lot of walking in Singapore anyway.
Most definitely. So we just hung out here and did a phone call with our kids.
So again, when you're in Changi, when you arrive in Singapore, make sure to check out the Jewel. So much to see, so much to do. You won't regret it. So we're here right now in One Fullerton, just near the Merlion Park, where a lot of tourists come and visit. In all of our years in Singapore, I think the last time that we went here was over a decade and a half ago.
Yeah.
To be back here again, we've taken it for granted for the past years. To be honest, this is a must visit when you are in Singapore. As you can see, a lot of things going on behind us. There's a light show right now by the Marina Bay Sands, and it's just all over this place. It's a perfect place for you to have a date there, a stroll.
Yeah.
But what do you like most about where we are right now, babe?
I think for me, this place is just so relaxing. I mean, there's a lot of people, both tourists and locals alike, come in here like at this time of the night. But it's so refreshing because you can see the beauty of how Singapore has been designed architecturally in relation to its landscape. Where honestly, if you know the history of Singapore, I've been, watching a lot about this lately. Everything that you see in the background right here wasn't here, a decade or so before. But then everything was water. But their Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew had a vision of creating something so beautiful for the people of Singapore, where it could truly be something so magnificent, and it could be a melting pot for different cultures, different nationalities, that people are welcome to come in here, just to see the beauty of Singapore.
And that's exactly what we see now. If you look around, it's literally a melting pot of cultures, people from all walks of life, but also people from different nations, different nationalities, just going around and just enjoying what Singapore has to offer. And for me, this is honestly, it's I could call it paradise because I get to practice my photography shots.
True.
I get to practice my long exposure. So to all of you video and photo buffs out there, coming here at night and in the morning would be such a great idea.
So you can see the pictures here in this video as well. Awesome shots that he took. I think he's very happy with all of those shots. Yeah, so for me, again, this is like a modern paradise where you see forward-thinking, innovation. I enjoy it so much because I know that there's so much that was put in the thought process into creating something like this. And I do hope that, we can create something like this back home in the Philippines.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
And you know what? What's the best about it is that it's free. You can come in here,
That's right.
You can enjoy it, you can stroll along, whether you're single, you're married, have a date, or even when you have a family with small children or older kids, it doesn't matter. There's something in here for everyone. There's a lot of coffee shops in here, there's a lot of restaurants in here, different cuisines as well, so everybody would sure be enjoying this place.
Yeah, and just a few steps away is another hawker place. It's called
Gluttons Bay.
Gluttons Bay. It's just a few steps across the bridge on the way to the Merlion, just in case you need that mandatory Singapore shot. It's right over there.
Yep.
And then probably like a 10-minute walk, that's where Gluttons Bay is. So
And that's where we're headed.
That's where we're headed, right? So it's a perfect, I guess, activity when you're in Singapore. Yeah, it's a little bit touristy, but it doesn't cost anything. Just come on over, appreciate all this, and
Take the time to slow down.
what a great
beautiful
time.
day.
Yeah,
What a beautiful day.
It's our first night pa lang.
What a beautiful day. So hopefully we'll end our vlog in here just to show you how beautiful Singapore is. It's just a day. You can come in and visit just for a day, but if you have more time, why not?
So, see you over at Gluttons Bay.
Bay, and we feel like gluttons really because we ordered so much. We'll show you our food. Cereal prawn, fried rice, satay, murtabak. His favorite.
Murtabak! Kumusta naman ang cereal prawns, ma'am? So good. Really? Gluttons Bay always worth it, no?
So good.
Yeah.
Here's the price.
Yes. Yummy. first time that we were here was like, what, 2008? I think it was around 2008 when one of our friends who was based in Singapore brought us here. And because he was already a local here together with his wife. And when we came here for the first time, that was 2008, we said, grabe, super sulit. Even if we're sweating with all the spices. But I see very little has changed with the ones who offer food here. And our favorites are still here. Whenever we're here, we order the murtabak, the satay, and for today, they got cereal prawns. Yeah. So, you know, it's a great stop after seeing the Merlion, after having gone to the Fullerton, or even coming from Marina Bay Sands, crossing the Helix Bridge, coming over to Gluttons Bay. It's a perfect rest and fill your tummies again to continue the adventure in Singapore. Next on our Singapore food trip adventure with Team the Armas, we head on over to Maxwell Food Center and try out what is touted to be Singapore's busiest Michelin Bib Chicken Rice awardee. And then we jump on over to beautiful Lau Pa Sat because we just cannot miss the satays at Satay Street. Then we walk it all off at the Helix Bridge. So, don't forget to hit the bell button for notifications and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.